subject I wish they taught in high school was A. Date Rape 101, B. Gangster Ebonics for crackers, or C. The pull-out method. I'm gonna go with C. Connor.
Yeah, so I have a contingency here. I will take B if it's taught by a white guy.
Oh my god.
Otherwise, if it's not taught by a white guy, I'll take C.
Buy crackers for crackers.
Right.
I like masturbating. A. All the time. B. Publicly. Or C. With power tools.
With power tools.
With power tools. Yes. You ever notice how often people don't use an ashtray, but they use anything else for an ashtray except for an ashtray?
Rob, what are you using for an ashtray?
A McDonald's lid.
It is. Anyway, overrated or underrated? Store-made dessert.
Like,
Overrated.
That shit sucks. That's overrated. It's,
Overrated. You remember those like cookie cakes people would bring a fucking bowl like
that were stale as fuck.
Overrated. Overrated, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Or like cupcakes with like inedible frosting. Yeah. Make that.
You know what I
Make
really
that
want?
shit at your
I want
house.
some waffles.
All right, this week I am on my own, once again, and we're bringing back somebody. So, Mr. Alex Ferraro, you want to introduce yourself again to the people?
Yeah, I sure do. What's up, guys? I'm Alex Ferraro. I think you hear the way I say it, I'm like Alex Ferraro, like my dying breath. But anyways, no, we met. I met Connor back when I was a sophomore in high school. We were lifeguards for Tonawanda, and pretty much then after that, we kind of became friends like during college because we both went into the theater departments. Like I was originally at NAGRU, like I was a theater performance major, and then Connor was more into the theater like production side. But obviously they collaborate, and we've both done our share parts of like both like performance and production. So it only made sense that we'd continue to be good friends, and here we are. I'm on his podcast, everybody.
Again.
Again,
Well-
yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Sure, what's up?
We're gonna take this into the story, but it starts with a question. Have you ever been worried about something under your bed?
Actually, yeah. I mean, I honestly, you know that movie Poltergeist from like with like Craig T. Nelson. There's like the clown who like drags the kid under the bed.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not. I wouldn't be scared of having a clown drag me under a bed. I'd just be scared to look under the bed.
Okay, well, in North Carolina, a child did find something under their bed, and it was about 60,000 somethings.
Oh,
That's right, a team of 60,000 bees has made a new home under this kid's bed.
oh, wow. So is he just gone, or is he still alive? How does that happen? Like getting it stung by like a bunch of bees. I mean, you got to be alive, I guess. There's no way it can kill you. I mean, it's more like hornets or like killer bees or whatever that could kill you. But I don't know why I'm like getting so into depth. Like, ooh, is he alive? Is he dead? But no. That's crazy though, having a like bee's nest underneath your bed and you don't even know. Like, how does that even happen?
There is a team of 60,000 bees that has made its new home in the wall next to the kid's bed. Now, how much damage can 60,000 bees do? Well, so far about $20,000. Yeah, so far about $20,000. Cards Against Humanity can't even make that up. And I say that because Robert and my favorite one of our favorite cards is one of the answer cards that goes that's bees, but it's got the exclamation point and the question mark.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm gonna call this episode. It's just bees.
Bees? You gotta like get some go through different voices like bees?
Yeah,
Bees? Bees?
we got a voice actor over here
Bees?
apparently.
Bees? Bees? Okay.
So what would
Yeah.
you do, Alex, if there were 60,000 bees under your bed?
What anyone else would do.
Which is
Face that sucker head on. Hell no, bitch. I'd be running out the damn door and out the damn house in time.
just fucking uh, imagine just like 60,000 bees right under your bed. You run out of the house and it's just like the cartoon thing, like it's just the swarm following you.
Yeah.
It's just-
Well, it's a good thing though that it's not like I was saying, you remember how back in like 2012 everyone was saying how the killer bees were making it all the way from Africa to North America, and obviously we got some at some states and whatever in our country. And I mean, obviously I've never seen any killer bees here in New York, I feel like it's not it's I mean, obviously like who am I to say anything with the climate always changing and whatnot. Not like I'm gonna get into that, but long story short, like I just thought like the climate just wasn't the thing for those bees since they're used to more tropical. And so like I thought New York would never be in their range, but the point is like killer bees they'll follow you for like a quarter mile. So if you can run like at least up to 11 or 12 miles per hour for like a quarter of a mile, then you should be able to outrun them. But if not, you're pretty much screwed because they're like venom so potent. Yeah. Mr. Alex Ferraro,
He's
zoologist over
spitting
here.
truth over here.
Yeah,
You think you have a hidden calling over here?
maybe. And all this
Bees?
time, yeah, I know. Bees? Like, all of this just from talking about some bees. Hmm. Do you see a coming future in terms of bees and making logos and honey jackers and chocolate walker? I'm not. I'm
What is
just
this,
trying to
Wonka
like.
now?
I know. I'm like chocolate walker, bee knocker. It's like Willy Wonka over here. Yeah.
No, I'm thinking more of like I'm trying to think what I would possibly do with just 60,000 bees. Like there's been a bee in my room before. I just haven't bothered it. I just popped open the window and for some reason it just flew right out. So
Sure.
it hasn't really bothered me, but like 60,000 bees, I think I would be the one just falling out the window. Like,
Oh yeah.
like nope, I'm done. I'm done. That's it. Just,
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell you all got in here,
I could
but I'm
picture
done.
you. I could picture you too, trying to do like one of those action movie sequence, like Die Hard motions, where you just bust right out the window, and you think you're gonna land on like another floor, but then in your case, you just end up like going straight down. But imagine if the bees tried to follow you, like they wouldn't be able to, because of like the gravity. I don't know. Here we go, Mr. Science Man again. I go
Great,
from like
Mr.
biology,
Science.
physics. Oh
I,
shit! Just don't call me Bill Nye the Science Guy. Don't do that. um.
no, then you'll need your own TV show explaining how gravity works
Oh yeah, that'll be fun,
and your
Mister.
own and your own music.
Yeah. Oh, you know what would be great though if I could just
Alex,
tell.
Alex, Alex,
Oh yeah,
Alex, Alex,
Alex, Alex,
Alex, the
Alex.
science guy.
Guy. Hell yeah, but it's not for kids anymore. Alex, let's learn about what makes the Earth shake after the honeymoon. Alex, we're gonna
Yeah,
sneak some stuff into this show.
We're gonna be putting some weird shit into the show. That's what's gonna happen.
Feel like that would come back to haunt me in the end. Imagine that. Like, this pervert's trying to pervert our kids with his fake
This pervert's
science.
trying to pervert.
Yeah. This
What is
pervert's
this,
trying to
Jared, the
pervert.
Subway guy?
Subway, eat fresh. You want some meatball subs at Subway?
That was the craziest thing. No, like there was a thing that I was watching on last week tonight about like Subway thing, and one of the thing that he did was he took his giant pants around like to schools to like put out a thing of like make sure you eat healthy and stuff like that, and he would offer children to get into his giant pants with him.
Holy crap.
Right. Like, it was-
Yeah. Hey kids, come on in.
Come on, get in my giant pants.
I've got some rice pudding down there. Actually, I don't know if
Who's
that
keeping
would really.
rice pudding in their giant pants?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember I saw this Impractical Jokers episode where Murr was like keeping a bag of yogurt in his crotch.
Oh, I
That's
remember that. I remember that one.
Oh yeah, and then I guess pudding kind of came from like Ted, with Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane. When he's like having the fight with Ted's fighting with Johnny, he's like, "So shut your meat hole and listen up." He's like, "Meat hole, huh? Does anyone use meat hole? I mean, because how can you have your pudding if you don't eat your meat?" you know. Yeah, so I guess rice pudding kind of just came up in there.
All right, so are we ready to move on?
Sure.
All right, let's move on to Meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
All right, so normally this is where we say it's random thoughts with Rob time, and normally Rob would be baked as fuck and then say something stupid, but Rob isn't here, so we're gonna do Meanwhile, and it's basically the same thing, just a lot more sober. So, Alex, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, eating for one thing. No, yeah, I guess that can be funny, but it can't be funny. Depending on the person, right? Anyways, though, yeah, no, like I will say, I've been getting baked recently, so, yeah,
What, like
that's.
cookies or?
Oh, well, no, not cookies. I mean, not eating cookies, baking them, no, but it's the other bake.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So, anyways, so not too long. It's really only been like 2 or 3 weeks, if anything. Like, I don't think it could have been longer than that. But I was like, I was like, I was clean for about like 3 months, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It really doesn't matter anyways. I'm going too far into depth with this. But anyways, so yeah, so um I've been playing some games on my PS4. I got Ultimate Mortal Kombat 11 for Christmas, and then I got Star Wars Battlefront. I just like I know the second one is great, a lot of people said, but I like the original. I really like doing just the missions and like survival modes on like Tatooine or like Celeste. And I wonder if like anyone who listens to your podcast, like listening to me ramble on Star Wars, like, like what are these planets? Like what is Star Wars, you know? Like um but yeah, no, and then other than that, just like, spending some time like with my dogs. Like I have two dogs now for everyone that doesn't know. I've had them now for the past like almost 2 years now. So I spend a lot of time with them, and then uh I've been working at Mine Greens. I was been there for like about 2 months now. Wait, actually almost 2 months. Yeah, almost 2 months. Not bad. I swap between like, dishes, working the front, like making pizza, salads. I don't know how to do everything yet. There's still like there's a lot of stuff I still don't know, but like with any other job in due time, Connor knows, everyone else knows who has a job and whatnot. But yeah. Um, that's pretty much it for me, Connor. How about you?
It's kind of interesting because we don't really do meanwhile anymore. We just do random thoughts, and whatever argument Robert and I get into is whatever goes into the show. So I don't really talk about myself all that much. But anyways, let's see.
I like your shirt. Of course. Ah, it's a good shirt.
Anyways, so I'll I'm looking for jobs. I'm looking for jobs right now. Although I do like where I do work, I'm seeing this more as like a part-time opportunity. So I want something more of like full-time now. Um, so I'm trying to look for something like that. I'll tell you during the break. One of the jobs that I'm looking at, which I
Sure.
think is kind of funny. Um, but I kind of got away from theater since a while ago. I've kind of just been like focusing on like getting my own stuff right and like trying not to be jumping from place to place. I know it's what I want to do later on, but like right now, in terms of the catastrophe that my car is in, and
Uh-oh.
um,
Oh, rest in peace.
no, the car's here's the thing, the car's still alive. I don't know how long it's gonna live for. Um,
Gotta give some baby some sweet time, right?
mhm. But I'm also at the point now where like I want to move out, but I don't want to leave just yet because I don't have something stable yet, at least for work anyways. So, um, I definitely could if I wanted to, but like I don't have that backbone yet. So,
Cool.
um, but yeah, that's really all that's going on with me right now. But
Yeah.
just
I
I
will
guess
say, yeah, I will say for sure that I can relate on the moving out thing. Like, the problem with me is like I always go through like ups and downs of like spending and saving money. So like I always thought about having an apartment for the past like maybe I don't it's either been 3 or 4 years because it depends. Because I've always told everybody like maybe not everybody that knows me, but like some of my close friends like you and my family and whatnot that like I would rather have an apartment room than a house just because it probably saves more money. I wouldn't know too much, haven't asked around or anything, but then also the other thing though is like someone said like when you retire you might not have any money like to receive like you would with a house because like you're not saving any money, you're just putting all the money into the apartment. Anyways, I probably I don't even know like what I'm really saying because I don't even pay attention to that. But anyways, though, I wanted an apartment for a bit, and the apartments around here, in Tonawanda and Kenmore, some of them are like a little pricey, but the other
Some
thing
of them
is,
are stupid expensive. Like they are
yeah,
for
yeah,
what they are. Like
and yeah,
it makes no sense.
and the most expensive ones are at Raintree Island apartments, which makes sense though, because they're in the like one of the best like forest areas within like Tonawanda.
Yes, but there's also like every
Um,
2 weeks you see a thing on the news that someone got shot there.
yeah, fair point, but um, yeah,
Like,
very
hold
fair
on, let me
point
pay
with that.
$1,000 to maybe get shot. Like that's
Yeah. So if anything, like since I don't have a car at all, I'd have to like probably get one of the apartments that's at least like a mile or a mile and a half away from my like mom's house. So at least like I'm somewhat close enough to like do something if I have to be there or like if I decide I want to come home for like whenever at that point. But also it depends on the job too because like I don't want to get like some kind of job that requires me to like uh leave more than like 2 miles. Like even 2 miles like walking really pushes it, but I'm a fast walker, so I'd like, take the chance of almost being late over not having a job any day. But anyways though, so if I got a job that's like within that radius of the apartment complex like that I could walk, then yeah, like totally. But if I couldn't, then it would be a no because then, how can I work if I like it has to be remote, like and I just don't have that um with me. But yeah, you know what the thing is though, it's like with my dogs, like I just got them in my life. Like they've been in my life for, like almost 2 years. And, they came at I love my dogs and everything I do. And they came at a great time. But at the same time, it's like now, like, I don't want to like really leave too much because I want them in my life. Because, as you know, and everyone knows, like, who listens to your podcast, like, dogs really only have like 12 to 14 years, if anything, like 12 years on average. So that's why I really want to be there for my dogs for like their whole life, And the only thing about that is if I focus on them more than like my own life, then there's not much going into the 12 years, which I mean, got our whole freaking life, so I guess it doesn't really matter much. Like it's not really a waste because you're with like something that you love or I guess someone you love. And so like at that point it's just like okay, well you got to really give more of a time division between like your life and your dog's life because I know like at some point I'll probably want to go back to college. I don't know if it would be dorming or remote. Um but I it would be nice to have like some of that college experience because as you know, like I dropped out of NU after the um well during the beginning of the second semester during my freshman year, and then N trip I dropped out like a month into the um first semester of freshman year. So, I feel like I don't know about you, but I feel like sometimes with like dropping out of school, it can somewhat like diminish or like shrink your not your reputation, but like your confidence, right? Because think about it, it's like okay, so with my case, it's like dropped out of NU, that's strike one, dropped out of N trip, strike two. So it's like if I do go back, it's like it's got to be the best. Like I can't like drop out like within the first like semester or two. Like I got to go in all the way because otherwise, if I do drop out at some point, then I'm not going to want to go to back to college ever because then I would have that thought process of thinking like, oh, I'm gonna end up just